That's not good for you, dude.
Brendan, your hair looks great, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a good haircut. I'm going to go to this guy
You're
all the
shouting
time
at
now.
me.
No, you're not shouting into the mic, but you're definitely speaking at a high enough volume for everyone.
I said,
You both
thank
look fresh to
you.
death. Everyone looks really good on the show.
Thanks. I look a
looking
little
good.
tired.
Your hair looks good.
Yeah, my hair looks good, but I look a little tie-tie. I just woke up, so you know,
It's okay.
what are you gonna do? Cheers, everybody. Welcome to another episode of What's the Scenario, a Patreon exclusive podcast for the time being, everybody. Holy shit, do we have a motherfucking announcement on the horizon? But yeah, dude. This is a hypothetical based podcast. You guys know it, you love it. You submit questions, what if, scenarios, all that stuff. It is Brendan slugging a fucking honey jack to the gullet. Did you finish that?
No. Oh, you think? No, this is the one that Feeney gave me.
I don't know what that means.
This is the one that Feeney.
No, yeah, we can't even hear Feeney. You're
can't hear
speaking
you.
into nothing. It's been fun.
How did
to
that
watch.
happen? He
I
was
don't
just
know.
talking.
He was just talking.
No, can't hear you. Try just taking the mic out and putting it back in.
Is he fucking with us? I feel like he's fucking with us.
I know when Feeney's fucking with us.
I don't think I've ever had an honest moment with Michael T. Feeney.
We may have to start this over.
Jesus Christ. No, I'm keeping the recording, baby.
Oh, it wasn't plugged in.
Oh, it was. Now I got to do it. I got to turn the whole thing on. So give me a minute.
All right.
So this was the one that Feeney gave me for my birthday. And then special shout out to Sarah Hagen Miller, who came out to the drive-in show where I was having a breakdown.
Were you having a breakdown off stage or on or both?
On stage, I
Okay.
think.
So
You're
not
gonna
that
have
much.
to ask
I mean, but
Feeney.
you were sucking butts like before your set, like, and you're not a typical cigarette smoker, but you decided
what happened
was
during
a lung-based pandemic to pick it up.
Well, what had happened was I was drinking with a friend of mine, and we were getting hammered, and then we just split a
My
pack
back?
of cigarettes.
Yeah, you're like, you know
And-
what's a good way to spend $17 right now?
Do you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
now you're great. You sound fresh as your face.
I know.
Ooh.
Well, welcome everybody to What's the Scenario? Double intro. Who gives a shit? You already heard the spiel. It's a motherfucking hypothetical horseshit podcast. You guys create a comedy. Just thank you for signing up. Patreon.com/scenario pod. I'm one of your hosts, Mike Cannon. With me as always.
Mike Feeney.
Yeah.
And being joined, as always, by...
Brendan Sagalow.
holy
Now back
hell.
to you.
Shithead. Wow,
Sometimes I got to tell you, I've come full circle on the beers. I worked in beer distributing, and I worked for craft breweries, and I went all the way down the spectrum of I hate craft beer, I hate an IPA, to, I can appreciate it, to I love it, to it's the only beer I'll drink, to fuck you if you drink like Bud Light and all that shit. And I've gone full circle all the way back to Miller High Life, baby. The shit
yeah,
beers.
dude.
Oh,
yeah.
That stuff's good, man. It's like fucking classy
Delicious.
urine.
Yeah, it's just when it's got to be super cold.
Yeah, but I mean, anything looks like a delicious beverage compared to Sagalow tipping it back to a full 90 degrees to hit the last few drops of his fucking honey jack, his
What am I-
warm honey jack.
What am I supposed to put it in a cup in my house? Come on.
Yes.
I'm in my house.
So
I can
what?
do whatever I want.
Yeah, but for the comfort of your own drinking, wouldn't you rather take the sip from a cup and not like a homeless person in your own home?
I got to tell you, I'm changing the conversation completely because I can't stop looking at Feeney's face. It looks like you've never had hair on your
That's what I was saying. Dude, and this is 2 days ago, and so you could see this little seedling.
God, you're so
Oh my
in here.
God.
Your
But
skin
can-
looks amazing.
But thank you so much. But and that was one of my fears, is that I was going to shave and I was going to be all broken out and dry
wish
and
it
patchy
happened.
underneath there. No, it's perfect. I just can't. But Brendan, you saw me yesterday, and I mean, that was right after I got a haircut, and I looked like we were saying I had a Peaky Blinders / like I just came back from the service sort of a look in the fucking 50s.
Yeah.
No, you
look
look like you're about to move into Levittown, New York for its first inception of homes.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, dude, you look like Captain America before the superpowers.
Yeah. Like Captain
crazy.
America had AIDS before he got healed.
I'll take it.
All
say
of
we get
us
to the
did some.
questions,
I know,
people.
but hold on, really quick. All of us made major personal changes there. You fucking steamrolling son of a bitch. Feeney here is a fresh-faced TikTok baby. He's now sees a hole where Dalia left, and he's like, "That's it. I'm picking up steam, baby. I'm showing my cock on TikTok." And now TikTok, and Sagalo got a high and tight. I myself got a haircut 2 weeks ago, but of course I touched it up with a bit of cotton candy, and then the bags under my eyes are Versace.
Yeah, we all look great.
We do all look great. It's what you guys are lucky for signing up for our Patreon. Thank you so much. Keep spreading the word. And as always, we are going to go to our Patreon questions. First, we give our higher tier members the preferential treatment. We got a couple questions in. A lot of people late to the draw, but Troyer, being our most senior, highest ranking official, he's going to get our first question. Are you gentlemen ready?
I am ready as I'll ever be.
Ready.
So what's a scenario? Troyer Wallace Evans. He says, "What's your personal method for getting rid of hiccups?" He says, "I have my own that works 1,000% of the time." This is insane. Constrict your muscles from your stomach to chin around your esophagus. You'll force little air bubbles out.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah, okay, human anaconda. What are you talking about?
It's a boa
Yeah, what the
constrictor.
fuck?
Constrict your muscles from your ass to your fucking Adam's apple? What do you think we are, Troyer? Just because you're shredded doesn't mean we have a single control of any of our fibers.
That's
I just
crazy,
realized why it's called boa constrictor.
That's embarrassing for you.
But that
Wow.
it's because it's also like a boa around your neck, and that's
Nope.
where it snaps the things. And then
Oh,
the
I have no idea.
constricting-
No, that's
that.
why it's called a feather boa. That's not why. That's not why the snake is named that. Feather boa came after boa constrictor.
After the classification of boa constrictor,
I'm positive, and I'll bet you $1,000 on the
Pull it
spot
up.
right now. You pull it up.
No one's gonna pull
You
it
won't
up,
let me-
so
I
let's
can't-
move on.
I can't screen share it because I don't have permission.
Me neither. I forgot how. So,
Um,
what's? Do you guys have a personal method
Obviously,
for hiccups?
I have one, and it should be clear and obvious what mine is, which is to
Scary.
scare. Yeah, of course.
Scare yourself.
No, I will never be scared. But to scare other people, that's how I get rid of their hiccups. I can get rid of your hiccups, Mike. That's for the next episode. Please wait. This is, but I will. Yeah, there's no way I can. For me, I do a hold, a breath hold, and then I'll chug some water.
Yeah. Well, that was the question. The question wasn't how do you get rid of someone else's hiccups.
They said,
Yeah.
"How do you get
just
rid of
wanted
hiccups?"
to tell us that you
he said,
scare
"How do you
people.
get?" He said, "How do you get rid of hiccups?" He never said, "How do you get rid of your own hiccups?"
Hold on.
So actually,
Let me see. What's your personal method for getting rid of
rid of
hiccups?
hiccups.
Damn it.
Oh,
right.
Oh, what a
Damn.
piece of shit. For somebody
mean,
who's not
we all
reading
know
the
what he
question, you
meant.
sure remembered it.
Who gets rid of someone else's hiccups? Actually, I
Friends.
do have a way to get rid of someone else's hiccups. So this is it. I just go, I say to them, I go, hiccup for me right now. Do it right now. And then, no. When they have the hiccups, when they're like, I got the hiccups, I go, hiccup for me right now. And they're like, "Boop," and it gets rid of the hiccups. It's crazy.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. I've
Yes, it
never,
does.
first of all, I've never seen you do that. I've had hiccups around you. You've never offered me that advice. That's it.
Wow.
You're a grown man. You can get rid of your own hiccups.
So you've had that. So you've had that, and you
So
just
wait,
decided
you
not
only
to
do
share
that to kids. You only,
Yeah, speaking
you
of.
only intimidate children out of having hiccups.
Yeah.
Now who's the
Hey,
Dalia?
hiccup for me now. And they're
Yeah.
like, Mister, I'm cured.
What I do for myself is I hold my breath and then I take 9 sips of water. It has to be 9, no more, no less.
I've seen you have the hiccups, and I'll tell you what you do. You just go, God damn it! Fucking. I hate my fucking life.
Well, every time I, have
gotta
the
get out of
hiccups,
my
I'm also
apartment.
hammered. So
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's the problem, right? Is like the only time you get hiccups are when you're too shit-faced to like that's when somebody will tell me how to get rid of my hiccups, and I'll think that me being mad will get rid of them. I'm like, no, I'll anger these away. I won't. I'm not following your fucking your horseshit fable.
That's so true, dude. Someone's like, Mike, I can help you with your hiccups. You're like, you have hiccups.
Yeah, I'll fucking
Yeah.
give you hiccups. with
I'll
my
bite
hiccups.
your hiccup.
Dude. The one thing that I have done before, but it's like not foolproof, but if you drink upside down, that stops my hiccups.
How do you get
how are
upside
gonna
down?
Get upside down?
You fucking go upside down like the athlete you are and brace yourself on your hands.
In public?
Yeah. No, I'm not like sitting in the middle. I mean, nothing's in public right now. When have you been in public? I mean,
I had none of us. I will go as far as to say no one in America has had hiccups during their own quarantine. You only get hiccups in public.
Crew
Well,
has had
okay.
hiccups. He gets hiccups all the time. Kids fucking knocking down whiskey.
Crew doesn't know where he is. I'm talking about coherent individuals.
You haven't seen him in a long time.
Yeah.
You won't let
But what
me.
do you do in public,
That's true.
Mike?
What would I do in public?
Yeah.
Like I said, I would just fight through it. I would probably like tip the glass like this and try to like mimic what it's like to drink upside down, but that is, that barely works if ever. So usually I just like leave public places with just
Brendan's like, I'm drinking the bottle upside down. Does that count?
Brendan's like, I drink a bit of 1920s cough syrup for. That's literally what you're drinking right now. You're drinking what people used to use as cough syrup.
Really?
Yeah, honey and
cough
Jack
suppressant.
Daniels.
No
You're
wonder
just like-
I've never had a
Oh,
cough.
you're just like glotting the back of your fucking throat. That's so gross.
I know. It tastes so good, though.
All right.
Live your
well,
life, dog.
So none of us have really any good good insight for that. Troyer also, I think he re-asked this question, but apparently he's a psychopath that needs to hear the answer. What's the cutest animal you could eat without immediately killing it in the process?
Oh. The
Oh, like a
cutest?
live animal eating? We absolutely answered this already.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
but
answered
also
this.
that
said
doesn't make sense
fish.
because you have to eat. Oh, right, because that's the only one gulp. Everybody knows the rules.
Goldfish
Yeah, you can just fucking pop a
Ooh,
or a
good
chipmunk,
sound.
maybe.
thank you.
Nope, not a chipmunk, dude. They are way bigger than you think.
They are big.
And they have sharp
And
teeth.
they scurry. That one cat that Nicole has, Ellie, the little murderer, she's just constantly like catching chipmunks, walking them around, letting them go, catching it again, breaking its neck, letting it go, catching it again. It's like watching Hannibal Lecter at work.
Some would say it's like a cat and mouse game.
Oh,
Wow. I think this is the last episode.
me too. I was just gonna say that, but I also am upset with myself at how much I enjoyed it. All right, so Elliot J, I think he's a new patron. Thank you, Elliot.
Elliot?
He's a genderless icon with a hammer. He said, "Would you rather be Rick or Morty?" You guys will have to break this down for me. I've never watched. The
Which
show.
one's the scientist? Morty?
Rick.
Oh, well then Rick for sure.
Yeah,
Morty
obviously.
sucks. Morty's
Well, but-
like the nervous. Oh, I don't know about that, Rick. Like he's just as always not bad, right? I've only seen one
Wow.
episode.
That was really good. Whoa. Oh, geez, Rick.
Oh no, Rick!
Yeah,
I
but
don't know about this.
Morty actually has become, through the seasons, he's become like a stronger character. He's been like, he's a little bit more wiser, and like Rick is more of
But
like,
that's not
hates life
fun.
and everything.
Rick is fun because he's just like a mean drunk who also is a super genius.
Oh,
Yeah,
then
but
that's who
but,
I am
like,
too.
Yes.
That
exactly.
description right there, I never wanted to be anybody more.
There you go.
All I want to
Yeah, but-
be is somebody that is super drunk but really good at stuff.
Mm.
like if I could just have that the Stanhope ability to just be shit-faced and the best comic ever, man, I would sign up for that in a heartbeat.
Like the Family Guy episode where Peter's a absolutely beautifully classically trained pianist, but only when he's shit faced.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Yeah.
That's like one of the early seasons.
All right. Forget it. Yeah, this is the last episode.
But-
All right.
Sorry, Mike. Thought you watched classic TV, but
Yeah, we thought you watched anything except it. Fuck. Never mind. I tried to insult you, and
I know. And you were going to
This
name
came
a
out
show
wrong.
that you just watched. You're going to be like, thought you watched anything but Entourage.
yeah, exactly. No,
I was like,
gonna
say, I was
something
like,
that.
say rad, say fucking.
I was
I
gonna
just
say
rewatched.
Rad.
I
I
just
tried to
rewatched
think
Rad
of the
the other day,
football
dude.
show Friday Night Lights, but instead I was gonna say Varsity Blues.
I haven't watched Friday Night Lights in a while. I'm due for a re-up. I
It
have
sucks
to like.
that it's not on any streaming service. Only
It
the
is.
movie.
It's on
that I'd like
Amazon
to
Prime.
watch.
It's on
I don't know.
Amazon Prime.
It sucks that you don't watch anything new. That's what.
Hold
sucks.
on. Let's not get to that, Brendan. We'll get to that in a moment,
Brendan,
Brendan.
that was like that was
but-
a bomb he just dropped.
No, it's not a bomb. It's a personality trait that I'm well aware of, and it has a lot to do with my abandonment issues and control. Feeney's thing of disregarding me knowing that Friday Night Lights is on Amazon Prime, where my movie's coming out.
Hey.
That's it's infuriating. It is. The entire series is on Amazon Prime.
I think you're thinking of the movie though. The
No, I'm
movie
thinking of
Friday
the
Night-
television show, not the Billy Bob Thornton movie.
What does the movie have to correlate
Are you
with the
thinking of-
show? Is it
The
afterwards?
movie- No,
or is
the
it
movie.
unrelated.
It's a totally different team. It's just built around the character of Texas football. So that's what Friday Night Lights, the TV show, is. Friday Night Lights, the movie, is based on an actual team that went to the state finals and they lost their fucking best player, and they,
So you have to watch the show before the movie, or it doesn't matter?
no, you just have to know that Texans love football.
Oh, okay.
That's literally the only prerequisite for going into that show.
Are
And
you
that
sure you're
Taylor
not
Kitsch
thinking
is a
of
fucking
Angels in the
bombshell.
outfield.
But okay, so you want to get back to what you said, Brendan, about my
I don't even
personality?
remember what I said.
I do, you fucking.
You don't watch
patchy
new
bitch.
shows because we've recommended so many great new shows to him. We've said Ozark. We've said
I watch Ozark.
You watch Ozark?
Yeah.
What was the one you didn't watch that we said you'd love?
I don't
Oh
know.
fuck! What was the one that we were like, it's made for Mike, that we were talking about, where like the character was like, you would fucking love it. What was it, dude?
I've probably
don't know.
watched it. It takes me a while because I'm a hard-headed person that doesn't like getting recommended things. And for whatever reason, my first impulse is to be like, well, I'll show them. I'll never enjoy that. I don't know why. It's nothing I'm bragging about. It's a character fault, you know?
Oh wait, it wasn't Big Mouth. It was something fucking else that we were like, this is right.
I
up
watched
his
Big
alley.
Mouth too.
Come on, what was the show, Brendan? There was
I'm
a
very
show
proud
you
of
and I
that show
loved.
also.
I have no idea.
Come on.
I don't know.
Succession.
Yeah, that's one for
Yeah,
sure.
I
I,
didn't- I haven't
definitely
watched that
haven't
yet.
watched that. But
But
anybody
no.
where they're like, this is the problem. It's all the fucking asterisks that
Better Call
people-
Saul. Better
Right.
Call Saul.
Yeah, I have not watched that, and I should. But it's
and
one of
you
those.
because you love Breaking Bad.
I do. I really do. I don't know why. But this
That's
is
the
the problem is the asterisks that people give where they're like, Succession is really good. The first episode like isn't that great, and it like kind of clunks up, but then you get off your
Yeah.
feet. And I'm like, yeah, I don't have time to waste, man. I'm not watching this fucking clunky piece of shit that eventually gets going. Like you
Here's-
better
here's
be
the problem.
perfect immediately.
Here's the problem with the Succession pilot, in my personal and expert opinion, is that what they do is they start giving you way too much character development in the pilot, and I'm like, I don't know who any of these people are, so I don't give a fuck about them. But then see episode 2, 3, and then 4, so on, you're like, holy shit. It's kind of how like Sopranos does, where they say like a guy passes, they say his name one time and then refer to him for the next 16 episodes, and you're like, who? Which guy? Like you have to it's a moving truck you got to just fucking jump on the side of.
I am rewatching Sopranos right now. I am, and all
80
but also,
hours of your
but-
life.
But this is the reason why, because I'm also listening to the podcast. Have you guys listened to it? Talking
No, not
Sopranos
yet.
with
Is it
Michael
great?
Imperioli and who
Is
played
it
Bobby
good? Because I'm
Bacala.
worried because I did a
That's
podcast.
awesome.
I did a
It's
podcast.
fucking awesome.
I will
It's
listen to it.
awesome.
I would listen to it purely because I want to hear like the insights on the episodes. I've even listened to a lot of the Office Girls
terrible.
episodes,
It's
and it's so terrible.
Well, it's
But-
terrible because they are very like they're just dweebs. Like these
They're
are two
nerds.
These are two mooks who also happen to be actors, so they're like talking like this, but they're like, when I get back into my character and I got to do things, it's part of my process. It's like hilarious. It's hilarious to hear these like blue collar guys to be like, when I got to get in touch with a certain emotion, I sometimes like tweeze my leg hairs.
So,
Yeah.
maybe there's something about
Brendan's
Michael-
about to say a line. He just can't think of one.
I can't
He's
think of
made
it.
the face 4 times and not said anything.
Hey,
Maybe there's
when
something
you're
about
practicing
Michael
the
Imperi-
Meisner effect.
something about Michael Imperioli that like maybe it's when he's got like big pussy with him or whatever it is that it's like it brings out his like whatever. But I fucking was a co-host of SDR when Big J wasn't there and interviewed him, and he's just the facts, ma'am, kind of
Yeah.
answers.
Great
Like you're
lace.
like whatever he answers questions, he's like, "Yep, I love cooking. It's the best. I've been doing it for a long time." And you're like,
I think
next
he's just an uncomfortable nerd actor, dude. Like
Yeah.
he's so famous for playing these mafiosos and like tough guy things, and I think that just is not him. I think he's just kind of like a super nerdy into
Chef.
acting. He started reading screenplays in high school and like writing seriously in high school. This guy has been like a complete theater dork for his whole life, and now he's like one of the main guys from Sopranos, so it's like it's hilarious.
Yeah.
But they taught, I think it's because of the environment that they're much more comfortable with each other,
for
and
sure.
they also bring on guests. So they brought on Michael Rispoli, who played the Jackie Aprile, who dies. Obviously, he was the initial boss, but he was also up for Tony, so he auditioned and went through the whole Tony
That's
audition process.
awesome.
And he talked he's from my town, actually. Went to Tappan Zee High School, but he
Hey, let's talk about our podcast.
I
They
know.
can listen to another podcast. What's the scenario?
Questions.
whatever. It was so fucking great.
We're 16 minutes in, and we're like, and then he brings on a spaghetti razoul to talk about episode 4.
Well, you know what? Sorry, guys. I got really into it, and for once, you were supportive. All right, you ready for the next question?
Yeah.
All right, Jen Oside, who I don't know about you guys, she has been a delightful addition to both the Patreon
Yeah.
and my social media. She's a beacon of light and positivity. What a fantastic person. So she's a genderless icon with a hammer. Would you rather be the hottest guy alive but also blind, or the ugliest guy alive but also rich? Can I answer first? Because it's not
I
even
guess
close.
we all know the joke we're trying to get to.
It's not even a joke. I just want to get the right answer
Like,
first.
so she's saying just me but blind? Is this thing on?
I feel like I'm back at that truck stop show with you, Brendan.
Yo, honestly, smoke a cigarette right now.
Yeah.
You deserve one after that. That was a tough
Wait,
one.
I
You
actually
still have that pack?
Yeah. This is how much I don't smoke, dude. Like, I
you
had this
doing?
for
That's how
3
much I don't
weeks.
smoke. I bought a pack of cigarettes.
This is how much I don't smoke. I have a half pack in my room.
Yeah.
I have a half
Wait,
smoked
so
pack.
What was the question? Would you rather be an incredibly hot guy but blind?
But blind.
Or,
Or like the ugliest dude ever, but wildly rich.
Isn't every rich guy super ugly for the most part?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
that.
The
I
latter.
mean, yeah, because but also money can buy. I mean, well, at this point,
Looks
Who knows?
fade, baby.
yeah, but money is now a position of power, and you can be really scolded if you're an uggo flashing around money trying to get some top.
No
top
ugly
slam.
person's getting me
True.
too, dude.
Tell that to Harvey Weinstein and his pig snout cock.
That's
yeah,
true.
or Jeff Ross.
Yeah,
Wow, dude. You saying Jews are ugly, huh? That's what I'm hearing from you two.
What?
Tell that to Chaim Shekmail.
yeah, yeah. Tell that to Modest Yahoo.
Yeah. Obviously. Well, if you're blind, I mean, what's the point in looking good if you can't look at yourself and enjoy being
Well,
good
also,
looking?
dude, how funny would it be? So you're gorgeous, right? But you're blind, so maybe you get on like Blindo magazine or whatever the fuck. But this is how like
That's the
blind
one.
people look. They're like,
Yeah, right? Like,
he's just hot but looking cross-eyed at the ground.
Does that hurt your eyes when you uncross them?
No,
Oh, I wanted
it's
to pick
Whenever I
natural.
go cross-eyed, it hurts every time.
What
Yeah.
are you, Wolverine, and dipping your claws out?
It hurts every time.
Yeah, so obviously Ugo and Rich.
Yeah,
Sure.
for sure. I mean, you could buy a new face at that point, but I guess that
You can
won't
buy
even be
love.
part
You
of
can
it.
buy anything.
You could buy literally anything.
That's the triple. Hey, that's the answer, guys. When we all three agree on an answer, we go like this. Like a big truck stop. All right, Mike, guess don't
All right.
join.
So we got. Sorry, I was
Mike-
looking at the other
Mike
questions.
doesn't want
and
to
I
be a part of
didn't
the
even-
convoy.
Yeah. Convoy. I've been driving all night. My hands were on the wheel.
Oh, you, Feedy, you would be like a lot lizard if you drove a truck. You'd be
What's that?
passed. You'd be passed around the bunks of your fellow truck drivers. You'd be such a sweet piece of ass they'd find.
I would charge tremendous amount of money.
You'd
They couldn't afford me.
You'd be run through and ragged on meth within 3 weeks of getting that job. All right, so Michael, my bad, I skipped over this. He should have gotten preferential, so next week I'll read two of his first. He is a oh no, he's genderless icon with a hammer too. Which 3 people would you give COVID if you could?
3 people.
Yeah.
I have a couple entertainment agents who expressed fake interest and have yet
Yeah.
to
Oh yeah.
act on it.
I mean, my own agents, I'd like to COVID to. I'm currently signed to them, and I wish I could fucking cough
Whoever-
tuberculosis into their
Yeah,
stupid.
you know what? I take it back. Whoever passed on beer guys, that's who I want to get into.
No, I like
Yeah.
that guy. Actually, he was a good man.
Fuck them.
I would give I'd give it to Rebecca Trent 3 times.
Why?
Oh shit,
I'm kidding. I don't
Cole,
know.
can you put up the
Those-
thing real quick?
What?
Because no, it just started drip raining a little bit, and my computer is outside, so that would really fuck things.
Well, I saw her the other night and she called me Brandon and I went Brendan and then she went, "Oh," so it's on my mind that
Was that after I left?
yeah. That
That's
was
hilarious.
when I stayed out till 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, it was funny
fucking
because Brendan goes,
hammered.
I'm not going to. He got within 40 seconds of being there, Matt Richards handed him a beer and then didn't hand me one. And then he later on got a beer from Maggie from New York Comedy Club. And then he was like, I'm going to get a beer. And then he stopped himself. He went, no, you know what? I'm not going to have any more. I've already had 2. I'm done drinking for the night. And then the next day when we had to film my sketch, Brendan showed up after being out till 4:30 in the morning, hammered, hungover, not knowing his lines, and sweating.
I didn't know your lines either.
I
So-
knew my lines because I wrote the damn thing. You didn't know your lines, and you would cue me up for the wrong lines, and then I wouldn't know my lines to your wrong
Hello.
lines.
Well, Jim America.
I'm excited
Coming
to see
soon.
it. It's gonna be great.
It's Lenny from New York Comedy Club. What she did was incredible. I
Was
mean,
she the makeup artist?
She was a makeup
Yeah.
artist, and then
Oh,
the
she
script
crushed it.
And then, and then the script supervisors, which is huge. Having a script supervisor, it seems like the pointless job because you're like, it's just someone watching you deliver the lines, be like, no, you missed this word, but it's instrumental to it because we don't know when we fucked up. The camera guy Mike has got enough shit going on, doing 6 different things at once. He's not paying attention to
I
the
know.
script.
Hold on
He
one
doesn't have
second.
it. Okay.
All right, go ahead. Sorry, I thought you were saying I wasn't paying attention, so I said 1 second. I'm
we're
sorry.
talking about Lavin.
Oh, okay. He wasn't. paying
Ironically, you
attention.
weren't paying attention because you didn't know who I was talking about. So.
I know. Well, he said Mike. I thought it was me.
Anyway, it's going to be great. Sketch coming out hopefully in next week or sometime thereafter. So be on the lookout for that. What's the scenario though?
So 3 people you would give COVID? Who'd you say?
Yeah.
I said the guys who passed on beer guys, and then a couple
Those people
unnamed
from William
agents.
Morris.
yeah. Actually,
Yeah.
there's 2 of them that I really like because they're not agents. They're like assistants, so they don't count.
They don't count as people. They're Patreon members. Thank you guys for signing up. We have a lot of
Yeah.
industry that obviously listens to this podcast. Man, a lot of this is going to just be buried in the bowels once we go legit, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. So next question. I think this might be the last one from our patrons. Justin Michaud. He says, "What if your dick was on your forehead? Would you cover it up?"
We'd have to.
Yeah.
No.
no.
Then what if what if it's not like? What if you don't have to? Like,
If
but
it's
hold on.
normal.
Is it a dick or is it my current dick?
It's your dick. And here's what I've been thinking recently. I've been thinking a lot about, men. It's all about dick sizes. Everyone's either very overconfident or very self-conscious, and it determines so much of what we do. And it's weird because I would categorize my dick as an extension of myself, where it's like,
It's a cunt.
yeah. It's skinny but tall. You know what I mean? Like, so, like,
clean shaven.
yeah. Oh, it's clean except for there's bush, but the balls are clean, always clean. But I just don't. I don't think that I wouldn't be. I was thinking about this. If you had to be pantsless, soft, what would your reaction be? And mine, I'm realizing now as I get older, I wouldn't be embarrassed by it because I've seen a lot of naked roast battles and I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. But I've also wouldn't be like, check this out. You know, like I wouldn't have the
Right.
confidence like
Yeah.
who am I thinking of? Joel Joel
from the
Joel
band, the drummer.
from the from Kill Tony.
Yeah.
Mostly Sorry on Instagram has one of the
Such
longest
a
pieces.
Huge.
It's like it
huge
looks like
penis.
Gonzo's nose. It's
It's
crazy.
Squidward from fucking
Squidward is a
SpongeBob.
more
Yeah.
updated reference. Yes,
Spears got a fucking
thi-
piece on him.
The
too.
problem is my dick's inconsistency. It's like if it could be the soft that I know it's capable of, and I sometimes look down at, and I'm like, well, look at you, like that.
Yeah.
I would wear and be proud of. But sometimes it looks like my dick and balls are one, and I don't know what
Yeah.
to do with
You
any
know
of
when
it.
your dick looks the smallest, it's not. I've realized this. It's not only when freezing when it's cold outside. That's whatever. But when you wake up in the morning and you have faux morning wood because your dick is so filled with piss, and then once you like empty the super soaker out, it like just goes into like it just is like it
Dude.
retracts
Yeah.
like a fucking like a hose.
sometimes I want to show my pre-piss dick to like my whole family. Like, sometimes I'm just like, this is what it's all about.
Dude, sometimes my dick gets so small it looks like my balls are wearing the Devo hat. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Man, you were really waiting there with that one, huh?
I thought it would do better.
Yeah. Well, actually,
I laughed.
that's true.
I mean,
So
I couldn't
when
possibly do more.
when I'm on Adderall, my penis sucks itself back into my foreskin, and it looks like
Oh, yeah.
it looks like I'm wearing one of those like cool fisherman beanies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same thing. All right, I think that's all of our Patreon questions. I think we have time for a couple more. Brendan, you got any?
I got a whole bunch.
Let's
Okay.
do it.
If you had to eat, this is a great next question for all of this. If you had to eat one part of your body or die an excruciating death, what part would you eat?
My ass.
Okay.
In a heartbeat, my ass. My
You'd
ass
eat
is
your
big.
ass?
Yeah, my ass is big, plump, and probably would cook the best. Like and hurt the least.
There's a lot of fat on it, though. It wouldn't be like exciting it wouldn't be good to eat in terms of like nourishment. You know what I'm saying?
You don't know.
You have a big
you
fat
don't-
ass.
You don't know a thing about my ass.
Yes, I do. I've seen
You
it on
don't-
more than one occasion.
You don't know a thing about it because it's strong. It's got muscles, but it's got
It wouldn't
got-
jiggle like that if it
no.
had-
It's got some 6-train jiggle. Okay, it has a little bit where you could.
you know, like when you have a six pack, but it jiggles. It doesn't. It's time to say it.
First of all, that's a completely different thing. That's
It's
a
Brendan's
completely-
stomach versus a six pack. One
No,
jiggles.
it's not. No, it's not.
Mhm.
No, it's like an offensive lineman from the NFL's stomach, where it's like, of course, they have an 8-pack underneath, but they just eat like animals, so they have a couple.
So it jiggles.
But they're very strong.
If I could eat my own stomach
I'm very strong.
and make it not look like there's bites out of it, I would do that. Like if I can eat the fat away,
Brendan,
do
if you
that.
bit your stomach, it wouldn't just have a bite mark like you bit into ice cream. You would bleed.
no, I know. But no, I know that. I'm just saying, like, if I could eat all the fat on my body and make me look skinny without like looking horribly disfigured, taking off my clothes, that's what I would do.
Right.
That's my problem is because I'm so lean and there's not really any excess fat or like any really area that which I
No,
can
actually,
sacrifice.
you're bony at this point. You were lean, you had muscle on you, but right now you're bony.
Well, now ever since the wrist, I still can't. I tried to do like put body weight on it to even try like what a push up would be. Still can't do it. Although I
Oof.
can do the pulling motion, so like curls, which is exciting. Curls and pull ups I can go back to, but like doing push ups I can't. So I'll just have to.
But you
get
could probably
fucking
hold.
huge
You
all
could
over.
probably hold bars, or you can
Oh,
hold.
maybe.
Yeah, or you can hold resistance bands and do push-ups.
Yeah, I'll have to do resistance. I'll have to get resistance band. I've kind of just been using this wrist injury as an excuse to eat and drink everything in my
Right.
way
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
while being completely inactive.
I've been using your wrist injury for the same thing.
All right.
All right, Brendan. So
okay,
my
next
butt,
question.
Feeney didn't have an answer because he's so.
I would
lean.
say, yeah. I mean, there's not. I got not. I mean, I would have to do like fuck. I don't know.
You
It's
could eat
too-
your
it's too-
pinky.
That wouldn't
wouldn't
provide
fill
enough
you.
substance.
I don't think the question was if you had to eat something to provide.
Oh, then
nu-
my pinky toe.
Oh yeah. of
No,
course, just-
pinky toe is a tough one, dude. You'd have to take the ring toe. We've talked
Why?
about this. The pinky
Yeah,
toe
the pinky
adds
toe
balance.
is crucial to balance. Yeah, you're right. Ring toe.
Is
Ring
it?
Toe it is.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's the ball of your feet. It's the fucking balance mark.
And we talked about this, but your guy's pointer toe is longer than your big toe, right?
No,
Oh.
my big toe is 1.5 feet long.
Yeah, no, my second toe is bigger than my thumb toe.
Thumb toe.
I don't know what to call it. What is it? The bigger
Dude,
toe?
I have a toe thumb.
You do?
All right, next question. If your girlfriend and your mother changed bodies and the only way to get them back to normal is to have sex with one of them, who do you choose?
Wait, say it again.
If your girlfriend, okay, if your wife and your mom changed bodies and the only
Yeah.
way to get them back
Oh,
is to
we've
have sex
answered
with-
this question before.
No,
Did
this
we?
is we've answered similar questions, but this is different.
Oh, okay.
Who would
one
you
would
rather
you
so
choose?
so it's Erica's face, your mom's body, or your
No.
mom's face and Erica's body.
No,
But the only what?
no, they
Yes.
changed souls.
Yeah, that
Oh,
we
no.
answered.
So that we answered. This is a better question. So if it's Erica's face and your
Okay.
mom's body, and then your mom's face and Erica's body, which one of them do you fuck for them to switch back to themselves?
That's
Hmm.
awful.
What about? So I'm single as a motherfucker. So I don't know
Your
how to
ex.
answer this. What?
Um,
Oh, my
Your
ex.
ex.
I don't know.
Uh,
So I guess I put my mom's face down into a
Yeah,
pillow and
yeah,
just
that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the
That's
only
the way to
thing,
do
right?
it.
I mean, you know, at this point,
Honk, honk.
maybe my mom 30 years
Convoy.
ago.
What'd you say?
I said
You
maybe
gotta
my
get on the
mom 30
convoy.
years ago.
Hey, hey. All
We
right.
gotta. I don't know what convoy is.
When we all agree on a thing, we go convoy.
Oh.
We're honking the horn.
All right. New part of the show. I had no idea.
We just made it up today.
We added it
Oh.
earlier. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Convoy, baby.
Yeah, you were covering your head from rain.
I was
Yeah.
scared. I was scared since last week. I fucking dumped a full thermos of water right on my keyboard before we started.
Oof. I did that in college and it immediately broke the laptop. It was like I saw it and I'm like, oh no. You know, you're like, oh
Yeah.
fuck, but maybe. And then it just went and I was like, fuck. The whole thing.
I don't know how this didn't. It went into the keys. Like I don't get how it's working, but hey,
Hey, all hell through it.
hey, vinegar pips.
If you can pick any 3 people in the world to get marooned on an island with, who do you choose and why? Same people as the COVID?
No, you're on an island with them, so
You're
you want
with
to be
them.
around these people.
Yes.
Yeah, three
3
people.
people. Any 3 people in the world.
I mean, my son.
Careful now.
You'd want your son to do that? To be stuck on an island with you?
Oh
He's
yeah,
not really bringing much to the table.
no,
You're
but he
also, like-
will. He'll take
When?
care of me.
17 years.
No.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? I could get him to. He'll be a master of the island by 4 or 5.
Also, you're kind of giving yourself the option to eat him.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
That's 100% true.
You're giving
It's like,
yourself a bad option there. You know.
no, that's a good option. If the kid doesn't pull his own weight, then he'll be rotisserie crew.
Oh, I would. Then in that case, I would
True.
pick Bobby Kelly because he would have all of his camping and survival equipment. And then if he
Yes.
becomes cunty, we just kill him, and then we can eat him for a few weeks.
You could eat for a fortnight
Yeah.
For sure.
and
That's a
then
good
make
one.
and then make a fort out of his body.
I would say, yeah, I would say I'd pick Bobby for that reason because he's got like the actual skills, and then Erica would keep like a very neat and clean and orderly, survival area, and then
Okay.
I mean, if I gotta pick one of you two, I gotta rely. Even though he's gonna be a lot more. Here's the problem with you guys, right? Because you got Brendan, who's
Here we
going
go.
to. Brendan's going to follow rules. If we're like, we need to set up a tent, let's fucking go get the sticks and twigs and shit to set up a tent. You'd be like, okay, but you wouldn't like be able to like, come up with that plan on your own. But if told, you would go do it. Now Mike could chop a tree down just by channeling his dad and just
Yeah.
getting angry, and he would bite it down
Yeah.
like a fucking beaver. But every single instruction would be like met with resistance and anger, and I think we should do this and blah 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 blah,
That's
and like,
true. Yeah.
and this is what Stanhope
No,
would do. All
I
these
would
things.
have I would have great ideas that would drive your ideas better, and we'd be like
I'm picking Brendan. I'm picking Brendan. I'd rather
Wow.
go. I want to go
Wow.
down at least having a good time,
Wow. I'm picking both of you with dicks on your forehead to be on an island by yourselves.
Sounds like we're having a forehead fuck party.
Yeah, you guys could fucking sword fight with your dumb heads.
I'm picking both. Sword fight, that's hilarious. I'm picking both of you and Eminem because I think that would be a
Oh.
fun little thing where, he's desperately trying to get off the island, and we're like, "What was it like recording this?"
And you remember when you did Criminal and then you did the bank robbery? And whose idea was that?
Dude,
Was that so? That was so cool. What's Royce to 5'9" like?
Yeah. And why do you put him on all of your songs even though he's not as good as you think he is?
oh, incorrect. Incorrect.
Ooh, 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 ooh. He
Royce,
is
Royce the 5'9" is fantastic. There's some
Yeah,
he
others
is.
that I would agree stink.
he's a very good rapper. But he is way overused in a lot of Eminem's work, and you're like, I get it, but you found him and you picked him and you're with him and all that other shit, and he should deserve more of a career, but fucking, how about you lift up some other people? Good job on Joyner, good job on 50. Let's work on some new blood, okay?
I get
Wow, that gives you an insight into what Feeney's going to do with us eventually, huh?
that. Wow.
No, but
I'm
see, I think you're
convinced.
both better than Royce to 5'9". That's the difference.
Okay.
Here's a problem. Royce to 5'9" is always on
Brendan
Eminem.
5'6".
Yeah. Brendan's always
My
Royce
name
to
and my
5'9".
height.
Roy's problem with Royce is that he's on Eminem tracks. So it's like, even if the problem, some of his albums or some of his songs, Royce does the second verse, and by that point, who gives a fuck what he has to say? Because Eminem has already murdered the verse before him. The only time he's good on a song with Eminem is when he goes first, and you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, Royce, and then Eminem comes, and you're like, oh wow, that's how you rap, And so you notice that.
Dude,
It's kind of like great headliners who have shitty openers with them. You know what I mean? And you're like, oh, this guy was pretty good. And then you see the headliner and you're like, arf, arf. It's
Dude, I just picture us having this conversation on a fucking like on an island, and Eminem's just trying to crack wood. And
He's trying to swim out into the ocean. He's like, I
the
fucking
current
had
keeps
it.
bringing him back. The second he crashes on the shore, and we're like, so the Eminem show, what were you?
The funniest part is that we'd end up getting so frustrated by his autism, we'd just beat the shit out of him.
You'd be
He
like-
just wouldn't
Yeah.
be the hero we thought he was. And we'd
Oh, he's
Oh, yeah.
probably
beat him
an
to death.
absolute nightmare to meet.
oh yeah, there's probably a bunch of times we'd be like, I don't think he likes me. You know what I mean?
Because he doesn't.
He
Yeah.
probably doesn't.
Oh,
But you'd be like, oh hey man, and he'd be like, hi. You'd be like, fuck you, dude. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Because I'm a criminal.
I gave you a great hello.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, last one.
Last one. Okay. Oh, this is funny. How would you describe the color blue to a blind man?
Whoa, it's like from my album, Reading Against Routine, available everywhere. Where I said
Is
I
it?
I said to a blind guy, I said I'll try to explain the color yellow.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So how would you describe the color blue?
Well, that was kind of the joke, is that it's very hard to describe a color.
I would say
but-
it's like the ocean, which
Well,
you're also missing out on.
Yeah, it's the color. I'd go like this. I go, it's the color of the ocean and the sky, and they'd be like, well, won't they blend together? You'd think so, but no, for some
Yeah.
reason.
Miraculously, you
I'll-
can totally tell them each apart.
I guess I'll answer the question. I would say.
Did
I
you
would
really
tell-
just say that without an answer planned?
He had nothing planned.
Like that
have a
is the
planned
worst. That's
answer.
the
You
worst.
just licked your teeth.
That's
No one's
the
ever had an
worst
answer that's
comedy
licked
I've ever seen in
I
my
have
life.
a planned answer.
I mean, talk about
That is no way the worst comedy you've ever seen. I've been in the same room as you watching
from
this
technique
worst
to
comedy.
thought process to words.
Speaking of worst comedy that you've ever seen, I want to side interject with the fact of Brendan grew a nice set of papaya balls on him and canceled doing a gig with just would have been all the makings of an absolute hell gig in Altoona.
Yeah.
Oh
You-
yeah,
you know the comic.
yeah,
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
You
and he was
took
like,
that?
he was like, I don't know anybody else on the lineup. It's some other guy that's going to drive me. He's doing like a guest spot. We're all doing 30 minutes. It's garbage money, and it's 3.5
Oh,
hours
yeah,
away if we
don't
never
ever-
see one other car on the road.
Yeah. So, I'm growing, only 10 years into this, but I'm growing.
Well, Shuli and I shamed him so much, and Shuli came up with a great thing. It's like, just tell him he got COVID, and so he did.
I hope he doesn't listen to this.
No way.
Look, Feeney's gone.
Yep. Well, that's
He's a
that.
ghost now.
That is the.
Oh,
I'm so
that's
glad
hilarious.
So
He's
glad
back.
it froze on that. That was pure
was like-
joy.
So this is how I would describe the color blue. It's calming, but it feels hard. You know what I mean? It feels like
No, you'd say calming, but it's cold. It's the
This
color
is-
of cold.
This is my favorite part about Brendan is that he says two things that are like, just a wild description of the color blue, and then is just like,
I hate that.
you know what I mean? So even to a blind person, he would have just such a need to be affirmed. You know what I mean? Hard and they're like, "What, sir? I can't see anything. What are even colors?"
I just thought of something. Hold on. It's kind of cool, right?
That was for you, huh?
A lot of this is for me.
Well, everybody, that was our episode, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being a part of our Patreon. We love you. We got like a little fucking society here. We don't want to say
Hell
cult.
yeah.
That was Delia's thing. But we have a
and
little...
we all saw what happened with that. All your
Yeah.
friends leave you.
Yeah. But we love you guys, and thank you so much for being... Oh, let's thank the new patron members that we
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, please pull them
Dolph.
up. Do you like my seagulls? I just noticed them.
The ones behind you?
Yeesh.
Yeah, they look good.
No, no, my other gulls.
All right. So
My bagels.
So here's what we got to do. We got to have a call to action because we have no new patrons. But I will say we do have the ones that we have. They're the
They're
best.
great, and we
Yeah,
keep them. I gotta
yes.
say, our sustainability has been pretty strong. We have
Great,
not lost.
great retention
We've
rate.
not lost steam. We're obviously coming up with new shit every single week. We're doing the art. Is Brendan smarter than a fifth grader? God, that's so funny. We're looking at doing other specialized shows just like that. So if you have any ideas, pitch them in. Anything you guys want to see, we're totally up for. Totally malleable, and we're looking to pump out as much content as humanly possible. I was telling Feeney and Sagalo today that my goal for What's the Scenario is to have my our own Rob Deerdeck's fantasy factory. I want
That'd
us
be
to
so
have
cool,
an
man.
entire giant factory filled with all of our personalities, and it's just 100% for shooting content and making crazy shit. How fucking
yeah.
fun would that be? I said Feeney, there would be a Feeney room, which would be all pranks and trapdoors, and you'd hate it. And then
You'd hate it. This is how much you would love it. You would hate it when it happened to you, and then you went, "Fuck! All right, get somebody else." In
Yeah,
here quick."
exactly.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
exactly what that room is.
Yeah.
And then my room is obviously a smash room. It's got lamps, it's got furniture, anything you want to take a
Pictures
bat
of your
to,
dad.
fire to,
Yeah.
mostly pictures of my dad. You don't even get to look at your dad.
Yeah.
And you smash the shit out of it. And then Brendan, he has a room with a dumpster and burgers around it.
And whiskey.
And honey baked whiskey.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But
and then,
dude-
and then in the basement, Eminem is chained up.
Yeah. But we're dead serious, man. We want to create some crazy shit like this. So please tell friends, spread the word as much as possible. Anything you guys want to see, like we said, we want to spread the word, make some money here, and bring you guys as much fucking funny shit as possible. So
We love
Hell
you guys so much.
yeah.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Till next
Bye.
week.
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario?